Dear students, this is the third video lecture series of home solar system design. In the previous lecture, I will explain about electrical power and electrical energy, the calculation of electrical power and electrical energy in your home, the calculation of electricity bill, the different tariff structures, and some important energy conservation tips to reduce your electricity bill. In this video lecture, I will explain about renewable energy sources, different types of renewable energy sources, and the most emerging technology in the renewable field, that is the solar energy system, the principle of operation of a solar cell, the different solar panel technologies, the ratings of the solar panel, and one exercise that will give you an idea about the different ratings of solar panel. Okay. What is meant by renewable energy sources? In the figure, we can see the wind turbine. The wind turbine converts the kinetic energy of the wind into electrical energy. That is, it consists of a wind turbine and the energy conversion systems that converts the kinetic energy of the wind into electrical energy. It is one of the renewable energy technologies for producing electrical energy. Next one is the solar energy system. This is one of the emerging renewable energy technology. We can know that sun is the primary source of energy that will be radiates a large amount of energy into the earth. So approximately 1 hour of solar energy is more than sufficient for 1 year of world's consumption. So solar energy system converts the sunlight into electrical energy. This can be done by the solar panel. The wind energy system and solar energy system will have to play a major role in the future energy scenario. These are the most emerging technologies in the renewable energy field. The renewable energy is already becoming a new, more familiar in part of our lives. The innovation will continue to drive new application of solar technologies that will improve our daily life and help power to a cleaner world. So what is meant by renewable energy sources? The renewable energy sources are energy sources that are replenished continuously by the natural processes. They can never be depleted. The renewable energy sources are also environment friendly and do not pollute the environment. These energy sources are abundant in nature and they are replenished continuously by the natural sources. Such energy sources are known as the renewable energy sources. The wind energy, the solar energy system, the biomass, the tidal waves are some of the examples of the renewable energy sources. The non-renewable energy sources are, if we use them, we can never get more during our lifetime. The non-renewable energy sources are limited. The coal, oil, and natural gas are examples of the non-renewable energy sources. Mainly, these are fossil fuels that causes the climatic change by producing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and produces environmental pollution and ozone depletion, etc. These renewable energy sources are mainly wind power, the solar energy, geothermal energy, tidal power, hydel power, biomass, etc. In this, the wind energy system and solar energy system are mainly used for, or these are the two emerging technologies that can be used to produce electrical energy. In this video lecture, I will be mainly explain for the one of the emerging technology in the renewable energy field, that is the solar energy system. Why we can go for the solar energy? Then we can consider the conventional energy sources such as coal, gas, oil, etc. These are limited quantity, only available for a limited quantity. According to the new survey, the coal will be only available for 115 years from the present situation. And also gas and oil will be also in limited quantity. They will be only exist for the 50 years. So after that, we have to move or shift into some non-conventional energy sources like wind and solar for producing the electrical energy. So in this criteria, solar is the most emerging technology for the production of electrical energy. So this is the electricity generation of India by the different energy sources. Approximately 75% of the power can be produced by the thermal power plants, 3.33% by the nuclear, 11.21 by the large hydroelectric power stations, 4.65% by the wind energy system, and 3.6% is the solar energy system. So mainly most of the energy can be produced by the thermal power plants. Approximately 75% of the power can be produced by the thermal power plants. And present condition, the solar will be only producing 3.6% and wind will be only 4.65%. This is the India's 2022 renewable energy target. So the target will be 100 gigawatt of solar power plants can be set up at the end of 2022. In this, 40 gigawatt of ultra mega park solar projects. The next 40 gigawatt will be the rooftop solar projects, and next 20 gigawatt will be the utility scale solar projects. The utility scale solar facility is one which generates solar power and feeds into the grid, supplying a utility with the energy. Similarly, the target for the wind energy conversion system will be 60 gigawatt. So there is a large increase in the next few years for the wind energy system and also for the solar energy system. So these are the two emerging technologies in the renewable energy system for producing electricity. Accordingly, I will be explaining mainly or concentrated mainly on the solar energy system. This is the gross generation in 2029-30. That is, the solar will be from the 3.6%, solar will be approximately 23% is the target for 2030, and the wind will be 12%. So there is a large increase in the percentage of power generation by the solar power plants. Then also hydro, that is the small hydro stations of 8%, that is the renewable, that will be included in the renewable. That is large hydroelectric projects or hydroelectric power station will be in the conventional source, and small hydroelectric power station will be included in the renewable energy source. And biomass will be of 1%, gas 2%, and mainly the solar will be of 23%, the nuclear 4%, and coal will be only up to 50%. So there is a large increase in the percentage share of the power generation by the solar energy system. Then we are the big users of the solar energy. For the food, water, and air, all that we depend on the solar energy. Then I will be moving to the solar energy system. In this, I will be explaining the principle of operation of solar cell, the different types of solar cell or solar technologies, and components of the solar energy system. What is a solar energy system? Simply, a solar panel directly connected to a load is a solar system. A solar panel that converts the light energy into electrical energy, and it will be connected to a load that is simply working as a solar system. In this condition, it will be only consist of the solar panel and load. So the voltage and current of the solar panel or the power rating of the solar panel will be matches with the voltage and current requirements of the load. So that is the condition for working solar panel. If you are directly connected to a load, the power rating or voltage and current rating of the solar panel that will be matches with the requirement of load, it will be perfectly work. So in practical conditions, we are also installed the electronic controllers that will be ensures the voltage and current requirement of load matches with the solar panel. And for storing, we can use either stored in the battery because the solar panel will be produces a DC voltage that can be stored either in the battery or it will be converted and will be connected to the electric grid. So the solar energy system will be consist of solar panel. There is a charge controller, the storage battery or storage system, and the load. Figure shows a simple solar energy system. The solar panel, which will be convert the light energy into electrical energy, which will be a DC supply. That has to remember that the solar panel produces the DC, which will be connected to the LED light. So it will be perfectly work if the panel voltage and current will be matches with the voltage and current of the load or LED light. Similarly, it can be used for charging the batteries. So in the practical solar system, figure shows it will be consist of a solar panel. There is a controller, there is an energy storage device and load. The solar panel, it will be converts the light energy into electrical energy and it will be given to the controller. Controller matches the voltage and current requirements of the load with the panel, and there is an energy storage medium that will be store the power produced from the solar panel. Either it will be stored in the battery or it will be converted and it will be connected to the grid system. What are the different types of solar energy system? Mainly there are three types of solar energy system. One is the grid connected solar system. Second one is the off grid solar system. And third one is the hybrid solar system. In the grid connected solar system, the solar panel produces electrical energy that can be converted to the grid type inverter. That is, it will be converted to the corresponding or rated voltage and frequency, and it will be connected to the utility grid or the KSEB line. So the produced energy will be connected to the grid, or at the same time we can use it for the load. So the panel will be convert the light energy into electrical energy and it will be converted by the grid inverter with the rated voltage and frequency of the grid, and it will be interconnected to the grid. It is known as a grid connected solar system. So that is exporting of power will be provided in the grid connected. If you are connected to the load, there is an exporting of power, and also the importing of power will be possible in the grid connected solar system. So in this design stage, we are mainly concentrated of the home solar system design. The home solar system is a off-grid solar system. So in the home, the electricity we needed mainly for the night time. So at that time, there is no sunlight. So there is no production of electrical energy by the solar panel. So the solar panel produces electrical energy at the daytime that can be stored in the battery, and this battery will be supplies power to the load during the night time. So in the home solar system design will be consist of a solar panel, there is a controller or inverter, and also a storage devices such as battery, and it will be connected to the load. So firstly, the solar panel converts light energy into electrical energy, and it will be given to the controller to store the battery. And At the same time, in the charge controller, there is an inverter module that will be convert the DC supply into the AC, and it will be given to the AC load. So when the power is not available, the battery supplies power to the load through the inverter. That design will be discussed in the later stages in detail. So a home solar system is normally an off-grid solar system. It will be consist of the solar panel, the charge controller, inverter system, and the storage battery and the load. The hybrid solar system is a combination of grid connected and off-grid solar system. Then the basic cell or the basic part of a solar panel is the solar cell. The solar cell, each solar cell will be converting the light energy into electrical energy. The basic part of a solar panel is the solar cell. The solar cell operation is mainly based on the ability of semiconductors to convert sunlight directly into electricity. So this cell is also known as, or this panel will be also known as a photovoltaic cell or photovoltaic panel. So that is simply we can tell as PV panel. So PV cell means photovoltaic, that is the photo means light and voltaic is electricity. That is the light energy can be converted into electrical energy by the photovoltaic cell. So figure shows a monocrystalline solar panel which consists of many solar cells connected in different configurations. Then what is the basic operation of a solar cell? What is a solar cell? A solar cell is a solid state silicon based semiconductor device that converts the energy of light directly into electrical energy based on the photoelectric effect. That is the solar cell. Simply it accepts the light energy or use the light energy and convert into the electrical energy. The solar cell or PV cell consists of a silicon semiconductor material with one N-type semiconductor and P-type semiconductor joined together to form a PN junction. When N-type semiconductor and P-type semiconductor are joined together, there is a depletion region will be formed. Or simply we can say that the PV cell or solar cell is a PN junction diode manufactured or constructed by the silicon semiconductor material. So one of the part will be the P-type semiconductor and another part will be the N-type semiconductor. This will be joined together. It will be formed a depletion region or depletion zone. When sunlight, which will be consist of particles called as photon, which radiates from the sun, it strikes the silicon cells with enough energy, it knocks electron out and creating a hole. Because of this electric field, due to the N-type semiconductor and P-type semiconductor, that is the N-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers are electrons, and the P-type semiconductor, majority charge carriers are holes. This will be create an electric field. Because of the electric field, when light energy falls on this PN junction, it knocks electron out and creating a hole. Because of the electric field, electrons move to the one side and holes to the other side. So there is a concentration of electrons on one side and holes on the other side. This creates a potential difference between the junction. Because of this potential difference, electrons flows through the external circuit if the PV cell can be connected externally through a conductor. If the PV cell is connected externally through a conductor, because of this potential difference, there is a current flows through the circuit, and each cell gives approximately a 0.5 volt. This is the basic principle of photovoltaic cell. When sunlight strikes on the p-n junction material, the electrons knock out and creating a hole. Because of this electric field, electrons move on to the one side and holes move on to the other side. And there is a potential difference will be created if the solar cell will be connected externally by a conductor or by a closed circuits. These electrons flow to the external circuit because of this potential difference. A current will be created and produces approximately a small voltage of 0.5 volts. In this, different PV cells or solar cells are connected together to form high voltages and high currents, which is used for the practical application. Then what is the construction of a solar panel? The solar panel consists of a p-type semiconductor and a thin n-type semiconductor, and in the top there is an anti-reflective coating, and the topper part there is some cover glass will be there to protection and protect from also from the dust, and the two ends are connected to two electrodes or conducting electrodes. This will be take the connection to the external circuit. One is known as the back electrode and another one is known as the front electrode. That is the two contact terminals will be there that will be connected. These contact terminals are connected by the conductor material. So it is a p-type semiconductor. On the top it will be n-type semiconductor and an anti-reflective coating and cover glass, and on the top there are two electrodes which will be used for connecting or by the conductor to the circuit. So that is the basic construction of the solar panel. Then what is a PV cell? The simple part or the basic part of the photovoltaic cell or photovoltaic panel is the cell. That will be produces very small voltage and very small current. These cells are connected to form the module. The modules are connected, the different modules are connected to form a panel, and panels are connected either in series or parallel to form the array to produce large voltages and large currents. So the photovoltaic cell or each single cell produces very small voltage and current. They will be connected continuously, they will be connected in series to form the module. These modules are connected to form the panel, and panel will be connected in different combinations to form the array for producing the high voltage and high current. The solar panel generates electricity in a very simple way. The solar panel is mainly specified in terms of the power. So the specification of the solar panel or the main specification of the solar panel is the peak power, that is in watts. The power rating will be specified under the standard test conditions. So I already told the power rating is mentioned in the maximum power, that is the watt peak or WP. The solar cell, what are the different technologies of the solar panel? The solar cell is the basic fundamental unit of a solar panel. Mainly there are two technologies, that is one is the silicon based technology. In the silicon based technology, that is monocrystalline and multicrystalline, that is also known as the polycrystalline modules. And second one is the flexible solar cell, that is the thin film technologies. The figure shows the monocrystalline silicon solar cell and multicrystalline silicon solar cell. The thin film material, the solar panel made using the thin film materials. it will be in the flexible shape. Film can be made in any shape and size. The main advantage, it can be flexible, but the efficiency will be less compared to the silicon based technologies. This is the flexible PV cells. What are the main ratings of a solar panel? And how you can select the solar panel according to your application? The main rating of the solar panel is the maximum power. Then it will be indicated by PM. So 40 watt P is the maximum power of the panel. That is the main criteria for the selection of the panel for a particular application. So this maximum power can be obtained by the voltage at the maximum power multiplied by the current at the maximum power. So the voltage at maximum power can be mentioned, and voltage at current at maximum power can also be mentioned in the panel. And the maximum peak power is equal to voltage at maximum power Vm into current at maximum power Im. The figure shows a 40 WP panel and 100 WP panel. And what are the specifications? How you can know the nameplate specification of your PV module? In the figure, it will be shows a sample of BP solar ratings, electrical ratings. The main ratings of the solar panel are the peak power Pmax, then the voltage VMP, then the voltage at maximum power can be noted, current at maximum power can be mentioned, then open circuit voltage VOC and short circuit current ISC, and also the temperature coefficient for voltage, current and power can be noted on the panel. So the main specifications are the peak power, the current at maximum power, voltage at maximum power, the open circuit voltage and short circuit current. The details or the selection according to the panel for a particular application will be discussed in the later videos. So there is a one exercise. I will give you one exercise. So you can go to nearby to your house and find a solar panel. Either it will be a big panel or small panel. Then write all the specifications of the solar panel. What electrical ratings are to be written on the nameplate, that has to be write in a paper. That write all the specifications of the solar panel. What is the maximum power? What is the maximum voltage? Maximum current? What are the specification will be there? You will be write in the solar panel and analyze. So the next details, how you can select a solar panel and how you can select the battery, how you can select the inverter, and what is the ratings or the losses will be occurred in each part will be explained, or the design of the home solar system will be designed in the next video lectures. Okay, thank you for this.